Welcome to Justin Studio Spaces. Imagine containers bursting with colorful blooms that not only catch the eye but also release delightful scents as you approach. These welcoming pots are key to infusing life, color, and personality into the space. Whether you have ample lawn or just a cozy entryway, focusing on beautifully arranged, scented flower pots near your entrance, alongside other creative planter landscaping ideas, can completely transform the look and feel of your home's welcome. Start by considering the overall style you want to achieve. Do you prefer a modern, minimalist design? Or are you drawn to a more traditional or cottage-style aesthetic, where vibrant and fragrant flower pots feel perfectly at home? Your choice of planters, plants, and layout should reflect the mood you want to set. For modern homes, sleek geometric planters in neutral tones like black, gray, or white work beautifully. Pair them with plants like succulents, ornamental grasses, or neatly trimmed boxwoods for a clean and sophisticated look. On the other hand, if you're going for a more relaxed, rustic vibe, opt for weathered wooden barrels, terracotta pots with a patina, or even repurposed items like vintage crates and metal tubs. Fill these with vibrant, eye-catching flowers like daisies, petunias, or snapdragons to enhance the charming setup. Selecting plants known for their fragrance, like lavender or sweet alyssum, specifically for pots near walkways or the front door, adds another appealing sensory layer. Placement is key when designing your front yard planters. Symmetry can be very effective, especially if you have a formal entryway. Place matching planters on either side of your front door or driveway to create a sense of balance and elegance. For a more dynamic and organic look, consider grouping planters of varying heights and sizes in clusters. This creates visual interest and gives your yard a layered, textured appearance. The choice of plants is just as important as the planters themselves. When selecting plants, prioritize those that offer both vibrant color and appealing fragrance, especially for pots placed near entrances or seating areas. For year-round appeal, mix evergreen plants with seasonal flowers. Evergreens like junipers, hollies, or dwarf pines provide structure and greenery, while flowers like petunias, marigolds, or pansies add those essential pops of vibrant color. Consider fragrant options like gardenias, jasmine, if suitable for your climate, and contained, lavender, or sweet alyssum to create a welcoming scent. If you live in a warmer climate, don't overlook tropical plants like hibiscus, palms, or bird of paradise, which can create a lush and exotic vibe. Another great idea is to incorporate vertical elements into your planter landscaping. Vertical planters or wall-mounted pots are perfect for small front yards where space is limited. You can use trellises with climbing plants like jasmine, clematis, or ivy to add height and drama. Hanging baskets filled with cascading flowers like fuchsias or trailing petunias can also make a bold statement. If you're looking for a low-maintenance option, consider xeriscaping with drought-tolerant plants. Succulents, cacti, and other hardy plants are not only easy to care for, but also add a modern and artistic touch to your front yard. Pair them with gravel, pebbles, or stone mulch to complete the look. This approach is particularly effective in arid regions where water conservation is a priority. Lighting is another element that can take your planter landscaping to the next level. Solar-powered lights placed inside or around your planters can create a magical ambience in the evening. Uplighting taller plants or trees adds depth and drama, while string lights or lanterns can bring warmth and charm to the space, especially illuminating your colorful front-of-house pots. Don't underestimate the power of lighting to highlight your landscaping efforts and make your home stand out, even after the sun goes down. For those who enjoy a bit of DIY, creating custom planters can add a personal touch to your front yard. You can repurpose old furniture, such as turning a vintage dresser into a multi-tiered planter. Painted tires, wooden pallets, or even concrete blocks can also be transformed into unique and eye-catching planters. The key is to use your imagination and think outside the box. For those who love the idea of blending nature with functionality, especially enhancing those fragrant front-of-house areas, edible landscaping is a great option. Incorporate herbs, vegetables, or fruit-bearing plants into your front yard planters. Imagine stepping outside to snip wonderfully fragrant basil, rosemary, or mint right near your door, perhaps from a collection of charming pots selected for both scent and appearance. Not only does this add a unique touch, but it's also a sustainable and practical choice. Don't forget about texture when designing your front yard planters. Combining plants with different leaf shapes, sizes, and textures can create a more dynamic and visually appealing arrangement. For example, pair feathery ferns with bold hostas or spiky agaves with soft trailing vines. The contrast in textures adds depth and interest, making your planters stand out. Another trend that's gaining popularity is monochromatic planter designs. Choose a single color palette for your flowers and plants to create a cohesive and stylish look. For example, an all-white garden with white flowers, silver foliage, and neutral planters can exude elegance and sophistication. Alternatively, a fiery, vibrant palette of reds, oranges, and yellows can create a warm and inviting atmosphere. Beyond the basics, there are countless ways to make your planters a focal point of your outdoor aesthetic. One unique idea is to incorporate multifunctional planters. Imagine a bench with built-in planter boxes on either side, perhaps styled in a rustic finish, where you can relax while surrounded by nature. This not only saves space but also combines functionality with beauty. Another idea is to design planters that double as house numbers. Large pots with painted or stenciled numbers can serve as both decor and a practical way to guide visitors to your home. Planter arrangements can also be used to highlight architectural features of your home. For example, place tall planters near columns or posts to draw attention to these elements. Use cascading plants like ivy or sweet potato vine to soften hard lines and create a more inviting atmosphere. Incorporating native plants into your planter landscaping is another brilliant idea. Native plants are not only well suited to your local climate, but also support local wildlife like bees and butterflies. Research the native flora in your area and create a sustainable, eco-friendly front yard that thrives naturally. For those who love experimenting with colors, consider using color theory to guide your planter design. Complementary colors such as purple and yellow or blue and orange create striking, vibrant contrasts that draw the eye. Analogous colors like shades of green and blue create a more harmonious and soothing effect. Adding layers to your planter landscaping can also enhance its visual appeal. Use tiered planters or raised beds to create height variations and depth. This technique works particularly well in sloped front yards, where you can create a cascading effect with plants and flowers. Consider combining raised stone planters with a matching stone walkway leading to your front door. This creates a seamless flow and a sense of continuity throughout the space. If your yard has a slope, use tiered retaining walls with built-in planters to add dimension and structure. These planters can be filled with cascading flowers or greenery, creating a lush, layered effect. Another creative idea is to incorporate planters into your hardscape seating areas. For example, a low stone wall around a patio could double as a planter box, allowing you to surround yourself with colorful blooms or fragrant herbs while sitting outdoors. This makes the space both functional and visually appealing. One of the most exciting aspects of front yard landscaping is the ability to adapt it to the changing seasons. By rotating your plants and decorations, you can keep your yard looking fresh and engaging throughout the year. In spring, focus on vibrant colors and new growth. Tulips, daffodils, and hyacinths are perfect for this season, especially bursting from pots placed strategically near the front door for maximum impact. Add decorative elements such as pastel-colored ribbons or miniature garden statues to celebrate the renewal of life. Summer is the time for bold, tropical plants and bright flowers. Fill your front-of-house planters with sun-loving blooms like geraniums, petunias, and marigolds for a truly vibrant display. For a touch of drama, incorporate tall grasses or canna lilies. You can also add outdoor lanterns or solar-powered lights to create a magical ambience for summer evenings. Autumn offers an opportunity to embrace warm, earthy tones. Mums, ornamental kale, and pansies thrive in cooler weather and bring an autumnal feel to your yard, looking particularly cozy in terracotta containers. Winter doesn't have to mean a barren front yard. Use evergreen plants such as dwarf pines or holly to maintain greenery during the colder months. Add festive touches like string lights, pine cones, and red berries to keep the space lively and inviting, perhaps dressing up your permanent planters. Choose oversized or uniquely shaped planters to serve as visual anchors. For example, a large ceramic urn filled with vibrant, cascading plants like ivy or ferns can make a bold statement. Place matching planters on either side of a pathway, front porch, or entryway to create a sense of symmetry and order. This classic approach works well with formal landscaping styles. Use a tiered arrangement of planters to create visual depth. Start with tall planters at the back, medium-sized ones in the middle, and smaller ones in the front. This layering effect adds dimension and makes the display more dynamic. Pathways are essential elements in front yard landscaping, guiding visitors to your home while adding structure to the space. Planters can complement pathways beautifully, creating a cohesive and inviting design. Lining a pathway with fragrant and colorful flower pots is particularly effective for creating an inviting journey to your door. Flower beds are a timeless and versatile element in landscaping. They serve as the foundation of many designs and can be customized to suit any home style. Border flower beds. Placing flower beds along the edges of your yard or pathways can create a defined and polished look. Imagine neatly edged beds filled with colorful and potentially aromatic blooms like roses, lavender, or phlox, adding vibrancy. Greenery is a critical part of any landscaping design, providing structure, texture, and a backdrop for colorful flowers. Evergreens for year-round appeal. Incorporate evergreen plants like boxwoods, hollies, or dwarf pines into your planters and flower beds. These plants provide structure and greenery throughout the year, even in winter. Your front porch is the perfect stage for showcasing those fragrant and vibrant pots. Incorporating planters and flower beds around the porch can create a warm and welcoming atmosphere. Planters on the porch steps. Place small planters on each step leading to your porch. Use charming pots filled with colorful and fragrant flowers to create a cascading effect. Hanging baskets. Add hanging baskets filled with trailing plants like petunias, fuchsias, or begonias to the porch. These baskets add height and charm without taking up floor space. Corner planters. Use tall planters in the corners of your porch to anchor the space. Fill them with bold plants like palms or decorative grasses for a dramatic effect. Seasonal porch displays. Change out your porch planters with the seasons. For example, use pumpkins and mums in the fall, poinsettias and evergreen branches in the winter, and colorful, fragrant annuals in the spring and summer. Thank you for watching Justin Studio Spaces. See you in the next video.